Okay, right now it says it's live.
Let's get the page up. Let's see.
If you want to take a look.
You tell me if we're up.
Okay, right now it says it's live. Good. What are you on?
I'm on YouTube.
YouTube. Okay. Just let me know if it works on TikTok.
Can you help me, Wilbur? Pull up.
So you should have a live there. Should say live.
Can I click that live button?
No, that's gonna. It should like be like a ring around it,
Right.
and you click on it, and that goes into live. But it doesn't look like it's showing on TikTok.
So do those little dots going back and forth, does that mean it's trying to connect or something?
No, it's just not. It looks like it's just showing YouTube. All right, guys, just bear with us. We're here without internet, so we're just trying to figure out what's going on with our connection. Yeah, it's just showing in YouTube right now. Okay. I don't know why it shows only 14 members. All right. So I guess we can get started if you want.
Tell me.
Yeah.
I can see it on TikTok.
Yeah.
This is okay.
All right, guys in the chat, can you just let me know if you can see our video here and that we're coming in clear?
On X, YouTube.
On X, YouTube, TikTok, whatever you're on.
Pretty difficult. Because that works. Stuff we can't get the fucking internet.
Okay, Will Lawrence from X. Thank you for joining. Okay. All right, Joe. Let's get started.
Good morning, guys. Saturday, 10:30, a little late. You know why we're having internet problems? We're implementing a new piece of software so we can go on multiple social medias. So if everything goes successful, today's kind of the guinea pig day. We'll see what happens here. And then if it goes successful, we're going to do more of these. All right? The interim, okay? Figure out the software, figure out what's going on, what's more important. We got to figure out how to make money. Okay? And this was some week The market gave back a lot. People got hurt. This was a week where investors got hurt, not traders, because investors have caught this whole ride up, and then they watch things kind of break down a little bit, and then some of them didn't close well. So when you look up, you say, wow, I can't believe how much I gave back in a week that it took me pretty much all summer to make. Just a couple examples. You know, the one that I think you got to watch yourself was Netflix. Okay, once they said they were having a stock split, everyone got themselves involved, and look what happened. I actually think this thing can work its way lower, okay, because I think people got in because they hear the word stock split, which I think means zero, but it's psychological. People think stock splits work. Okay, they may work, but they may go down first. That's one. Another one, something like a Meta, Facebook, same thing. These things, when they pull back sharply. They made you good money all year, but when they want to pull back, they take that money back very fast. Look at this one. Okay, look how sharply that goes down. I think it was 750, got down to 600 in what, a week and a half? This is how much you lose. It goes all the way back to May. Okay, so some of these big names can really take a hurting out of you. What did we do? We took advantage of these. Okay, we've had a list that we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks. The sectors that got hurt, the hot sectors: uranium, lithium, rare earth, titanium. Beginning of October, everybody got on board. If you've been following us, you know we've been talking about it. In the beginning of October, rare earth was a hot sector. I bet you couldn't name one rare earth metal. I bet you if you look at it right now, you're going to say, I wish I didn't know what rare earth meant. I'm going to show you why. Look at this pullback. You want to talk about carrying people out, like we say in the commodity business? This carried people out. Beginning of October, rare earth got on everybody's radar screen, just looking at it. Get me in. Get you in. Now they get to a point like, I can't hold on now. Get me out. What do? We've been scaling down, buying rare earth. We've got a couple other sectors. We like the story. We just don't like this. What we call the tourists got in, and they all got blown out. Very hard. Be serious. If you're in up here and up here on the way up, can you withstand this kind of pain? I don't think so. That's why we got in. Another one, sector we waited for weeks, uranium. We got into uranium this week. We got into uranium the last couple of days. What have we been waiting for the whole way down? You. You guys ask me about it all the time. Well, now we're back in. I just got to find it. You.
Right here.
Thank you very much. We just got in. We like this right here. We like it a lot. Okay, it's the same thing. Uranium was moving, and then it just, the same thing. Beginning of October, everybody got euphoric. They got caught, and now they got caught. Now they got out. We started buying you. We're going to buy it aggressively here. We already did. I'm going to buy more, and I'm going to buy more, and I'm actually going to buy it. If we come in stronger, I'm going to add on. I think this is the spot in you. That's another one. Another sector. One of our sleepers that we put away, a lottery ticket, a resource stock, AREC. If you belong to the group or you've been following, you know we had this on. Some of the group members caught a 10x on this one, AREC. We cashed the whole thing in. We said we're getting back in. We've had it on all year. All year we had it on 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents. We sold the whole thing out between here and here, the entire thing. We've had members say, listen, I made a 10x on it. Thank you very much. I'm glad. You know, we caught it pretty well. And what do we say? Look at this line. That means once it breathes, it's going to come down harshly. We said when it gets to 4, we're going to stop buying it. I'm going to stop buying it from 4 down to 3. We got to 4, got all the way down to about 3, 301, 302. And we put the whole position on. Now we're holding. We think this one's going to go right back up. So this is where we avoided, and we're on offense when people are on defense trying to get out. Those are the sectors. Other sectors we're talking about, metals. We took advantage of gold. We took advantage. Early last week, we started buying back platinum and palladium. Then early this week, we started looking at gold. What do we do the last few days? We started buying silver. Okay, silver stocks. We waited for it to pull back. You guys asked me pretty much every week for the last 2 months. EXK. We said we're waiting. We got our spot. We got to EXK yesterday in the pre-market. They came out with earnings, weren't encouraging, but we're in a bullish market in metals. So I look at it as an opportunity. What do? We bought EXK. We bought it twice yesterday. We bought it in the pre-market, then we bought it at the end of the day. You know it's one of our favorite stocks, and it got to our spot. Okay, the patience pays off. You've been asking me, and I've been saying, no, 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 we're waiting for our spot. Our spot was right over here. We bought it in the pre-market, and then we bought it again at the end of the day. We think EXK is going to go straight up from here. Straight up. We like this stock a lot. It's been good to us. We caught it twice this year, and we avoided this pullback. So, yeah, I'm telling you, all I'm telling you is what I'm doing. I've been aggressive the last 2 trading days. I bought EXK right here. I bought right here. I bought AREC all week. Okay, I'm putting these on. I waited for these spots. This is the difference between having patience, waiting for your spot, having your accounts balanced so you don't have to get uncomfortable. And now we've been on offense the whole way down. Okay, think about it. It doesn't make sense when you say, how could you be on offense the whole way down? But when you wait, it is offense on the whole way down. That's one example. Okay, other things we've been looking at. Let me go right to it. Something we bought as a group very early, maybe about a week ago, JetBlue. And now we think it's going to start to bounce. Okay, we bought JetBlue as a group. And another one we waited for. We waited. And we got to the spot and we bought a lot of JetBlue. And now I think it's getting ready to go. It would be nice if we get a little bit more of a pullback. So I'm going to add on more JetBlue. I think JetBlue did what it had to do. It's got a small spot to get through at this point. In my opinion, just some technicals that the people look at. Okay, technicals are part of your trading. Should never be all of your trading. But now you get JetBlue that can start to go here. So think about it, we put on a nice piece here. We get through this line. I think we're going to pop, and we could trade up to here, up to here. All of a sudden, you got something that moves from 4 to 6. I don't know. Sounds like to me that's 50% pop. That's what we're going to trade. So JetBlue is another one that we put on aggressively. I'm only telling you all the stuff that I do. You're looking over my shoulder. But look at the ones we have aggressively. You want to look at these? The group has them on. Everything I just mentioned, the entire group has it on. We're on it aggressively because we've been holding up this year and we've been patient. So when you're patient and you watch things fall apart, you want these things to happen. You want these things to fall into your areas. EXK was the perfect one. We traded in the pre-market yesterday during earnings. Earnings came out. It's in a liquid market, so it extends right into our spot. I think it's going to go straight up from there. Okay, enough of this. We got other ones we want to go over, but let's go over some questions.
All right. Guys, if you have any questions, post in the chat here. I'm not seeing TikTok questions, though. Are you on TikTok by any chance? No. Okay. We don't have. I can't see the TikTok questions right now.
It's a new software, guys. We're implementing it here. I'm sure by 1 or 2 times we start doing this thing is going to work like a machine, like it always does.
We have Asan from YouTube ask about platinum palladium.
Platinum palladium. We like them a lot down here. They're not down here, in my opinion. I think they held where they're supposed to held. Platinum pulled back nicely. It's holding better than all the metals. I think this one's going to work its way higher right from here. Palladium. I'm at a point where I might even start to add. We bought it lower. Okay, watch it bounce. Now it's down here. We might be adding more palladium. What did we add? We added SBSW this week. That's been a home run trade twice. We think that's going to be a home run trade one more time, SBSW. Right here. Okay, I'm just not afraid of SBSW. It's been good to us. We caught it twice. Caught it here. And now we're putting it on here. I didn't add down here. I should have added more. I don't even think we're going to go down here. I think maybe we pull back to here. If we're lucky to put another piece, I think this one's going to make a newer high. That expresses platinum and palladium equity-wise. Good.
Okay. Let's see. We have another one. RIG, rig.
Rig is our second largest position. We don't trade it like oil because we think it's actually undervalued. And it's been a nice draw. Look at this. We have rig on. It's our second largest position. We've had it on. Now it's doing work up here, which is bullish. Okay. Usually you get it up here and it pull back. Now it's doing work up here that it was doing down here. So that tells me maybe they try to push it down, but we got another leg up. So this could wind up being a really nice trade. You got this thing at $2, $2.50, $3. Now you're approaching 4, 4.5, 5. All of a sudden the stock starts to move in multiples. I have no targets yet in rig. It's my second largest position.
Okay, next one, LAC.
LAC, same idea. We waited for it to pull into the area. We liked the lithium story. We didn't like it up at $10. So we put LAC back on. Same exact story. We waited, and look what happened. We got it in our spot. Guys, think about this. Look how everyone got involved. The U.S. government was sponsoring. Then the U.S. government took a 10% stake in LAC. What happened? It just kept going. This is all within a month. What happened? It went way through the spots. Where did we buy LAC? Right in this area. We bought it this week. We're going to buy more. Okay, I like LAC right here. But how cool is it to avoid all this while people are uncomfortable, actually at a point where they have to get out? We're just taking it all in down here. I like LAC right here.
Will Lawrence is asking about natural gas.
Natural gas, trading it back and forth. It's been successful trading around it. We were long natural gas all summer waiting for a hurricane. We got no hurricane. Okay, so we didn't get lucky because how many years you go through without a hurricane? But weather has taken its effect, and we're trading around it. We're looking for a pullback to get right back into natural gas. We're trading. Look at this. Considering we had no hurricane, we made money trading natural gas, trading the futures. We're doing okay with this. Now we're going to wait for a pullback. We want to put it right back on. Belong to the group, you're going to know where we're looking to put the futures back on.
Okay, next one. Let's see what this says here. Do you see the general market making new highs?
No.
As always, or trending lower?
No, we're bearish in the market. We've been bearish stocks. I've been wrong for the last 2 months. Okay, I think today, this week, you got a little preview of how the market can give way pretty quickly. What people made all summer, they probably gave it back this week. NASDAQ pulled back a lot. The market has been trading back and forth. A week like this hurts an investor because investors got it on a longer term. And when you look where it was at the beginning of the week to where it is now, it gave back a big chunk. Now you got to pay attention because if you have another one of these weeks between now and the end of the year, we got 5 or 6 weeks left at the end of the year. You get another week like this, all of a sudden your profits go away real fast. You say to yourself, where did all the money go that I made this year? I'm not bullish. I think some of them are starting to show the seams.
All right, next one, sugar futures. Looks like we're turning.
Looks like they're turning. I hope they're turning because I got it on and it hasn't been working. It's getting to the point. I've been trading futures for 4 decades, so I see a lot of symptoms. I'm seeing the symptoms in sugar right now, where it came off sharply, and now when it stops coming off sharply, it starts to reject and starting to reject down here. Now, I got a good position on, not from down here. I got it from up here. Okay, I started buying sugar scale down. Okay, I like sugar because I do think when it does turn, it's going to move fast. So I like sugar here, but this is what I wanted to see. I don't want to see the lines. I want to see it do some consolidation, and that's what it's doing. So if it does turn, it should snap up real fast, and we can trade around the position. I've been wrong in sugar, but I still like my position.
Okay, Drew is asking about Conoco.
COP. We like the energy market down here, so we have Conoco on. That's our way of being long. We trade SLB, we trade ExxonMobil, we trade Conoco. I like Conoco down here. I don't think I'm going to add more. I'd rather add a different oil stock. It should be performing better, and it's not, but it's doing its work down here. Okay, but I'm adjusting the style that I have on because I got it in a little higher up here. Okay, but I like Conoco down here. I'm not afraid of my position being long.
What if buying options and metals like gold just consolidate?
No, why are you overpaying in options? There isn't an option on the board in metals that's cheap right now. They're all overpriced. So you buy whatever you want, you're just giving money away. Okay, we have an options boot camp that shows you how to price properly. And I can tell you right now, in any metals right now, any options that you're buying, you overpay.
All right. Next question here is orange juice.
Orange juice. We like orange juice, Danny. We started getting involved. We had this until palladium came at the end of the summer. Orange juice was our best futures trade of the year. We think it's going to happen again. We like orange juice. We put it on down here. Okay, we caught orange juice earlier this year. I think it was like in the beginning of the summer. Yeah, there we go. I'm talking. It's right in front of me. We caught orange juice from here up to here. Worked out being a nice trade. Now we started buying orange juice right around here. I think orange juice can maybe give you a little work down here, but when it turns, it's going to snap. And it's a nice trade. Well, I have orange juice on. I'm looking to add. I'm probably going to add earlier in the week coming up, Monday or Tuesday.
Okay. Do you watch NAK?
Yes, I watch NAK. We just bought it. That was one of our sleepers. Okay, I have a couple of sleepers once in a while that I put out for the group. Okay, one of them was AREC, the one that went to a 10x. NAK was one that finally fell into our spot this week. So we bought NAK. That's one of our sleepers. I think NAK, I might even be adding, and I might be adding on Monday to NAK.
Okay. Those are our questions that we have right now.
Okay, what's on our radar here? Okay, if you watch what we did, I just explained how we got involved waiting for the pullbacks. But we got it back in gold and silver. Okay, that's the one we waited patiently. If you remember, we sold all of our gold and silver, platinum, palladium into that parabolic about 3 weeks ago and waited for pullbacks. We got the pullback in platinum and palladium. We bought it. We got a pullback in gold and silver over the last week to 10 days. We started putting it on. This was one we put on and we added on. That's how much we like it down here. NGD. We made a video on it. If you go look, we made a video right here saying I like NGD right here. I bought a lot. I added on more, and I actually think NGD is going to go here. I think it's going to make a newer high. Okay, think about it. You had a chance to buy it at a price that it was in August. So you got a good chance. This has been good to us. NGD's been, when you have a stock that you do well on, well, it's been good to us. So we waited and waited. So I buy it, also liking it when I look at the name. So I bought NGD well. I bought a lot of it, and I added on, and I still think it's going to make a newer high. NGD. That's the way I'm getting long some gold. Silver. We waited for silver to pull back. I told you about EXK. We waited for how long? Every week you guys ask about EXK. Easily for the last, I don't know, 2-3 months. And I said, I'm waiting. Now we're in. So I got my silver on. I got my gold on. I got my platinum on. I got my palladium on. That's what I like. Oil. Oil's going both ways here. We still think oil is range bound. We think it's at the bottom end of the range. So what are we looking at? I'm looking at gasoline, looking at heating oil, looking at oil futures. We have one equity that just added on to our list, which is Schlumberger SLB. Got it from Guy Adami. Tell you, the guy hasn't been wrong in 2 years. So if he puts something on my radar screen, I'm going to look at it. So that's the way I'm looking at it. It's on my oil list now when I want to trade oil stocks. SLB, Schlumberger. Okay. Looks okay. If it gets through this area, I think there's a shot of it going all the way up to here. So I like these areas. So I added on SLB this week, along with watching ExxonMobil, along with Rig. Yep. So I got those on.
All right. Let's see what else we have. What about cocoa?
Cocoa. We're out of cocoa. I don't think there's a trade in cocoa anymore. We're not going to touch it the rest of the year. Okay. We traded around our cocoa position. This doesn't look good in my opinion. That's why we got out. We traded around it. Think about it. We got in at a bad spot. We got in a good spot. We traded around our positions. We got out of our last piece right here. I think we even made a few dollars in cocoa, but I wouldn't trade cocoa here. I actually think this is not a trading market in cocoa right now. This can go both ways, and I don't see any edge.
How about MOS?
MOS, that one, it's not working for me. And the grains are holding, and I'm surprised it's not holding MOS. Fertilizer's been good to us twice this year, and this time it's not. We caught MOS twice this year. We caught this all the way up. What a nice ride. And we caught this all the way up here. What a nice ride. And now we're starting to put it on. And we were putting it on scale down here. Okay. I thought it was going to hold this area. So I'm watching it closely because, look at it, down to these big areas again. But it's got to reverse. And it's got to reverse this week. If it doesn't, I'm going to trim it. I'm going to take some loss on it. Okay. It shouldn't have gone. I got no problem if it goes down this far, but it's got to start to reject. And if it does, I think it'll snap right back up. But I got MOS on, and that's one position I'm not comfortable with.
Okay, next one. If the dollar's rising, doesn't it have an inverse effect on metals?
No. That's an old story, guys. That's when metals aren't in play, then they look for correlations. Metals are in play. Okay, central banks are buying gold. The public is buying gold. They're buying silver. The dollar is just a little bit of, what that is? That's like a little bit of fuel. That's like throwing some lighter fuel on a barbecue that's already lit. I would not be trading just on that premise.
Okay, next one from Asana is Lulu.
Lulu. We trade around Lulu. Okay. I think we're going to be okay with this one. We traded around the piece. Remember, we grabbed some around here, sold half of it up here, and then we put that half back on. So we got Lulu where we kind of put it on. It should be performing a little better. It's not. Okay. I'm not going to let it run away either way, but I'm going to trade this. We have it on here. I don't see anything great happen. I don't see anything fast happening to it. But if you get back above here, we may pop.
Next one, AGI.
AGI is our favorite gold stock. Okay, it's been our favorite. It's a home run gold stock last year, and we like it here. We have it. That's when we bought on the pullback. We bought AGI with a 30 handle and a 29 handle. We bought some here. We bought some here, and if I got to buy more gold this week, that's probably the name I'm going to buy is AGI. I like this. Is my favorite gold stock. Okay, I think I've studied enough about it, and then when it works well, and you can see it worked well. Okay, this was a home run stock last year. We had it on from all the way down here. You got to go all the way back, and we cashed the whole thing in, and then we put it all back again, sold it again, and now we put it on again. I think this one's going to make a newer high. I like AGI a lot.
Any junior miners about to break out?
Yes, we have a couple of them that are setting up beautifully. You got to belong to the group to find out where they are. But yes, we have some junior miners that are right on the cusp. And if there's another wave, which we think is going to come between now and the end of the year, then these are cheap.
Sal is asking about IAG.
IAG is one of those. Okay, but IAG is not cheap anymore. IAG is showing that it's one of the best gold stocks out there. They came out with some earnings. They show that they can withstand anything, and they're not even giving you a chance to get in. Look at that. That looks fantastic. That looks fantastic, in my opinion. You may get one shot. If you belong to the group, I'm going to show you what's on my radar because I want to get into this. We had it. We had IAG. This was one of our big ones. Okay. Now it's coming back into an area. This was fantastic. This looks fantastic. Okay. If it does what it should do, what I think it could do, we're going to have one chance to buy this. So if you belong to the group, you're going to know where I'm going to be looking to get back into IAG.
Also, PHYS.
Yes, that's the physical way of being long gold. We bought that on the gold pullback too. That's what I'm going to add if I see gold getting tight. Okay, I can recognize this because I've been doing metals for over 40 years. It's easier to recognize than silver, but gold is another one. I like Sprott a lot if I like being long. But if I'm going to trade futures, then I don't need Sprott. If you're going to trade, it's a good way. PHYS. I have no idea if it's over here.
It's been a while since we looked at that.
Oh, yeah, but I got it. We bought it. We bought it. I just didn't put it on this screen. It's probably on my other screen. But we like it around this $30. And right here, right in the middle. There you go. $30. I just said $30. There we go. Okay, we bought it, and we will be adding more. But, this one will move slow unless the metal gets tight. The physical side turns. This is the one you want to be long. Good?
Yep.
Okay.
Those are good.
All right, guys. Think of how this week went. Remember what I said? I think investors got hurt this week, not traders. I think traders are lost because there's no direction. But you gave back a lot. I want to show you how we held up for the week. This is us for the week, guys. So we are initiating more. Okay, SLB, Orange Juice, Pan American, Lulu, NG, all the names we're talking about. All you see is initiating all positions. So we are not being passive. We are aggressive again. We waited, put them all back on. This is all out there. You belong to the group. This is totally transparent. You can see it. All the trades. This is what, 15 straight trades? More looks like 20. Our last 20 trades. Oh my God, it's more than I thought. 5, 10, 15. We put on 25 straight trades, guys, all getting them back in. So you think we're sitting on our hands? We aren't sitting on our hands. And I actually think these are going to work. The way the market closed, I'll know by Monday or Tuesday if we're right. These are all going to be right in their wheelhouse. And we're going to, I said this, and I don't want to say it because that's how you jinx yourself. But I do think we're going to change a handle by the end of the year on the way we're going to perform. But you can see we are aggressive.
So how do people follow your trades? How do they see them?
This is what we do all week. You see this is my chatter all week. Okay, you see my opinions. Okay, tell you exactly what I'm looking to do. See the group is on there. When I trade, I let you know when I trade. Okay, you get a trade alert on your phone or whatever your device is. Okay, I'm giving away some information here. I don't want to. EXK, UEC. You can see I'm right here. I tell you exactly what we're looking at, guys. Okay, LAC, AGI, all the names. Okay, so you get a heads up before I trade. I'll tell you what I'm looking at. Trade futures, same thing. Yeah. Want to look at the way we trade futures? All right. I'm going to show you something, maybe a little bit of a pain in the ass, but you know what? When you get to smile, it's not too bad. Okay. 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes we trade 1:42 in the morning. Okay, 1:30 in the morning, guys. You want to make some money? I got no problem making money. If I don't care what time I have to get up, money to be made. Okay, it's here. Got Guy Adami on Thursdays. Okay, we got Thursday webinar with Guy Adami from CNBC. Q&A. The guy's been on fire for 2 years. On fire. Let me tell you something. Right now, when we have the webinars, I try to talk a little bit and just listen to him. He's been calling everything. Midday clips would come out every day with a clip between 11 and 12. Why? Because it's a trading market. We look for edges. What we liked at 8 o'clock, we might not like at 11 o'clock. So we make adjustments. Kind of like going in the locker room at halftime. We make changes. We're in a trading market. We are not investors. We are traders. Okay. One thing, what a find this was. Bots. Okay. We're trading bots this year, guys. We implemented bots this year. Okay. This is what it looks like. Okay. Comes out with the trade, with the parameters, the maximum gain, what you're at risk, what your maximum loss. Okay. They come out like this all the time. Okay. See how you do it? All you gotta do is if you just did that, every time you just follow whatever that says and you do it. Okay. You want to know something? That's Joe Bot, not myself. A young man named Joseph created an algorithm. He's up 100% for the year. 100%. I just had breakfast with him this morning. 103% for the year. If you're trading bots, you're up 100%, keep doing what you're doing. If you're up 50%, keep doing what you're doing. If you want to make some serious money, believe me, I told you we're up 270%. I think the 100%, and that's not the bot is not included in that. So that's an additional. I think the bots are even better performance than what we're doing on RNTR. 100% trading bots. These bots are singles and singles and singles. So you gotta have a serious batting average. All there. All transparent. Anybody that's joined the bots, they said, I can't believe what we're doing. Real stuff. Okay, it's all here, guys. You want to join? This is how you join. I think you got to be nuts not to be involved in this between now and the end of the year. You can see how aggressive we are. I just finished telling you, we put on 25 straight trades. So we're not taking the air out of the ball. We see opportunities. This is what it costs. Everything I told you about, the webinar, the alerts you get all day. You get the chat all day, nonstop. You get to look at the log. You see what's there. There's basic courses about trading. We have boot camps if you want to subscribe to some how to trade, how to price options properly, how to read charts the way I was taught from the smartest people on this planet many years ago, how to manage your money. RNTR.trading, guys. Okay, and a lot of copycats lately. I guess people are getting banged around a little bit. Now they want to make believe they're us. Okay, just pay attention. We do something a little different. We don't ask you for money. You contact us, we get back to you. We send you the link, we send you a mail, we send you the invite to the chat, to the Discord chat. Okay, we do it that way. This is what you get. You gotta be kidding. You can quit anytime you want. You gotta be, just my opinion, okay? If you want to trade, you don't want to invest, you want to sit there, you want to make your 10, 15% a year, and then you have a down year in between, takes away a few years, or you want to make 200%, want to make close to 300%, go look at marketwatch.com in September. They did an article on us. Okay, we had one of our members retired with an electrical business, was hoping 10, 15 years down the road, make enough money in the market to get a summer house for his family. He did it in 7 months. All documented, all real. We're not making this stuff up. Okay? It's there if you want to make a little bit of a commitment. Think about it. What you're trying to make in 10, 15 years, you can make it in months. Why not? We have people now who are joining this and said, I can't believe I'm up 15, 20% in the last month and a half. I'm up 8% in the last 3 weeks. This is what we do all day. And this is everybody. We have teachers. We got people that own restaurants. So many of my students, because I teach around the country, okay? Electricians, plumbers. We have a few doctors, a few lawyers, okay? Housewives. So anybody can do this. You need a little bit of, but it's there.
All right, those are membership guys. Our website here is RNTR.trading. All right, we have the links posted at the top of our YouTube page, or it's at the top of our TikTok page. You'll see those links there. And if you're on X, it's also on our X page. If you guys have any questions, send us a message personally, or you can post in the chat here and we'll answer them for you.
Guys, we get a lot of people, and I don't blame them. They say this can't be. It's a lot of crap. There's no way you're up this kind of money. You know what I say? Especially when the naysayers, I say thank you, because follow it up with anything you want. You can ask me anything you want. We are totally transparent. I got nothing to hide. I have no reason to be jerking people around. This is real. Last year we made over 100%. Okay, this is not a flash in the pan. I've been doing this for over 40 years. I see the edges, and now they're bigger edges because there's a lot of new people in the market that maybe aren't as experienced. So you know, there's two ways to perform in markets like this. One is when to make money, and one is not to give it back. That's what we do. We made the money, and now we're not giving it back. We know how to trade in the short side too. Okay, we've had a couple of shorts on in the last month and a half, and the markets have fallen down, and we cash in on the short side. So it's not something everybody's on board when you go up. Let me tell you something. When this market goes down, I think we're going to make money a little quicker than we are now because I'm bearish the market, and I've been wrong. But if I'm right, look out.
All right. I just like to say good comments here because I know you work so hard, Joe. But Hassan said I've been up with RNTR for looks like 2 months.
2 months,
and he's up 70%.
Yeah, good for him. Hey, you just made my day. You said 7-0?
Yes,
70%.
That's what he has here.
Good boy, way to go, man.
2.5 months. I'm sorry.
2.5 months. Way to go. I know we've been clicking, guys.
Yeah.
October, we made almost 50% in October with our smallest amount of positions. 50% in a month. Guys, people make that over 3 years. They're jumping for joy, and we weren't even at full risk. The markets are here. Good. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing well.
All right. That's all the comments we have for today.
Okay. Now, guys, you know, like I said, we're implementing a new system. We're trying to cover different social medias. Okay, so you see, we started a little late. Yesterday, we couldn't get on. We usually on Fridays, we have internet problems. And I'm staring at the router again. We got more internet problems. I'm looking. So we're going to try to get this fixed. We're in this full tilt, guys, okay? We're always here Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And if it stays busy, we're going to be in here on Mondays and Tuesdays also just to give you more and more exposure. We think the market's going to get busier between now and the end of the year. We got to make adjustments now because as you get into December, then a market that did well this year overall as investors, now all of a sudden, I always say this, you pay attention to taxes in December, and then you watch things move tax-wise. So we got to make adjustments. We're going to make adjustments. Okay, we have. Okay, but we're aggressive. We are not on defense here. We're on offense. You may want to look at us. We'll be back here on Wednesday. Follow the clips because the clips go out all the time, and we show you exactly what we're looking at with those charts. Okay,